Hello, something guys or gals. Slants here. So, this is going to be stupid ass comments number 2. Now, the first one was a reply to a comment to a video called "Impeach Obama because he's Hitler," and this was of someone who didn't really fall in favor. Apparently, I didn't know shit, or apparently he didn't agree with what I had to say, so he made these generalizations and assumptions about me. But that doesn't go to say that I can also criticize the people who do support me. And there was someone who did support me, because I know that throughout the time I'm going to be making videos, I'm going to have some pretty stupid followers. People who kind of misinterpret what I've said and make it and make me look worse than how I interpret it. So the user by the name of New Elder is first comment, because the next one's so fucking silly I can't imagine. So he comments, he knows Obama's. I'm going to read this line for line, saving the missing punctuation. He knows Obama is the next Hitler. Hitler, he spells Hitler with 2 T's. It say has smarter than 75% of the population. Good stuff, kid. So when I'm looking at this, I think, first, the reply I made to him was that I never said that Obama is the next Hitler. I think you just looked at the title and thought that I was agreeing with this statement. If you notice the question mark at the end, you realize that I wasn't trying to reaffirm that statement. Also, please make sure you've seen the video too, before you start to say that I'm automatically smarter than everybody because I have this narrow-minded, unrealistic side of Obama being the equivalent of Hitler. And that's fucking true, because that's pretty much what he's done. He hadn't even watched the video. He just looked at the title and said, yes, I think Obama is I think we should impeach Obama because he's Hitler. But he forgot, or Hitler, but he forgot the comment at the end, which is kind of a question. It's like, impeach Obama because he's Hitler? That's so fucking silly. It's not like, impeach Obama because he's Hitler. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? I mean, there's no fucking fact or evidence to support it, and no matter how much you try to bring the 2 lines together, it's just some meager, superficial kind of connection. It's like, oh, well, what Obama did was, prevalent to that of what Hitler did, so yeah, obviously he is Hitler. But even then, he's still not Hitler, because why would we call Obama Obama and Hitler Hitler? Because they're 2 different fucking people! Get it through your... Well, I'm not gonna say big fucking skull, because they're not gonna get through. So, yeah, whatever. He looked at the title, he didn't even bother to look at the video, he probably liked it, which was a like I should not even have deserved, because I'm imagining that if he had watched through the video, he would have been as angry as Longbow 1980. So the second comment he makes is not even a fucking comment, it's a fucking song. It has, like, lyrics that rhyme with, like, this ×2 at the end, so I'm going to try to sing it to you. I don't know what you've been told. Obamacare is full of mold. I don't care what you've been taught. FEMA's here to slit your throat. Oh, I don't care what you've been told. Obamacare is full of mold. I don't care what you've been taught. FEMA's here to slit your throat. So, first thing, taught and throat don't rhyme. I don't know if that went through his head. He did spell U with just the letter U, and full, told, and mold were just there, only rhyme for the sake of rhyming. He pretty much called Obamacare full of mold, and you can try to you could try to, open your mind to the imagery of that, but it just makes no sense. It's like, oh, well, when they were making the delegations, a whole lot of mold, so yeah, Obamacare is full of mold. And by the way, Obamacare is loosely based on universal health care, which has been known to work in many other countries, whether or not the economical state. And I'm reading this from my comments, too. And I had looked up FEMA because I wasn't sure exactly what FEMA was. And FEMA is like a department for natural disasters. So, like, if a tornado tears my house apart, what, is FEMA going to come over and just slit my throat? And it's strange how the imagery of that is still weird. Not to mention that throat and tot don't rhyme to begin with. I mean, that's the first thing you notice. And the second thing you notice is like, oh, well, tot or throat. FEMA's here to slit your throat. And he spells U-R. And that's even worse than like spelling the wrong your with Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. So, I just don't understand. I mean, it seems like a positive, kind of a positive thing. It's like, oh, well, I love this guy so much, so I'm just going to make a song about him, even though I don't know nothing about Obamacare or FEMA. I'm just going to use these words in a very vague, weirdly unexplainable kind of imagery and not even have it rhyme. I'm just going to make this song as a chant, as a hymn or something like that. And I don't really want to use this as an anthem. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking silly. I mean, come on. I mean, first off, you never even bothered to watch the fucking video. You wouldn't be on my side, as it seems, if you had watched the video. So, it's kind of a blind follower, just somebody who, saw something that seemed like something they would support and thought that I was in support of it, which wasn't the case. So, I mean, there's going to be people who do support my shit, but there are going to take it out of context. But there are the people who just blindly support me. They don't look at the further details. They just, impeach Obama because he's Hitler. Oh, well, this kid is obviously enlightened. He's smarter than 75% of the population. So, in that case, if I didn't believe that Obama is Hitler, which I don't, would you think that I'm as stupid as 75% of the world's population? I bet you would. I bet you fucking would if you actually did bother to watch the video, but you only looked at the title. You only took it from that subjective viewpoint and said that I was enlightened. And that's really a lot of the problem with our society, is that we're just looking at it from the cover and trying to get it from that viewpoint. It's like with Onision, for example. I mean, he says that, oh, well, if rape's not in the title of a fucking video, why not? Why not make it offensive to... It's not offensive to rape, but let's make it offensive to rape, because it doesn't... But as long as it doesn't have rape in it, so if I make a video that says I am going to force a woman to have sexual intercourse with me against her will, that's not offensive to rape, because it doesn't have rape in it. Yeah, see? Exactly like that. Where he likes to take, he likes to be this fucking retard, although he's a manipulative genius in retrospect. And just look at a title subjectively and make it as though that's their only opinion. Like, if I was to say, fuck homosexuals, somebody would take that and be in support for me for it, even though no matter what I have in the video that points to the other side of the spectrum, they're just going to say, well, he supports homosexuals because the title says fuck homosexuals, so he supports homosexuals. It's like with the Amazing Atheist review of The Rig, and The Rig is like, it says a Riddick, worst movie ever, and like, you can't judge a book by its cover, and people are like confused. It's like, well, he liked overall the video, he did like the movie, but he put the title with worst movie ever. So I don't know if that was a mistake on his part, or that he knew that people were going to be confused, that the use of worst movie ever was going to get people flocking towards it, because a lot of the time popular YouTubers get a lot more attention when they go about saying something that's horrible. I know I do. So anyhow, there's going to be detractors, there's going to be blind supporters, there's going to be supporters who are going to take my shit out of context. The only thing I've seen so far is the detractor and a blind supporter. And you know what's worse than the detractor? Detractor is a blind supporter, because at least a detractor knows what the hell I'm talking about, and that he doesn't support it. That he actually did bother to watch the video, and despite that, despite his assumptions and his claims, at least he is on the right end of the spectrum he presumes to be. But with somebody who thinks that I have this opinion but don't, but decides to follow me in my footsteps anyway, I think that's a lot worse. It's like that saying, a apprentice follows a blind man through like this long journey, and who is more blind, the blind man or the person who followed him? I would say the person who followed him, because he does not know where this blind man is going, but is deciding to follow him anyway. So, yes. There will be more of these coming up. It depends on when I get more hateful comments, or positive comments that are out of context, or positive comments that don't even see the point that my video was making across. So, anyway, enjoy.